Warning, you are about to enter the BGP suite. No thongs, no boy shorts, no thigh highs, no commandos are permissible. BGP, big girl panties only. So pull up to woman up. And no, please don't leave with your panties in a bunch.
Hello, welcome. I am Adrianne and we are BGP. Just want to remind you to subscribe, share, and make comments. It's real important that you comment. We really love that interaction. We really appreciate your constructive criticism. If you have any show suggestions, put them in the comments. We do take the time to read those. So this segment today is about keeping your relationship spicy. Okay? Relationships get boring sometimes, especially if you've been with somebody 5, 6, 7, 10, 12 years. Sometimes the spice goes away. Would you agree?
I don't know.
That's a long time.
That's a long time.
Okay, I know. Okay, so I've had some long-term relationships that start getting kind of dull and boring. And so say, for instance, now, especially at my age, I'm 53. I'll be 54 on July the 10th. July the 10th. And I know you're Cancer.
She is a Cancer.
And what I'm finding is it seems like men are at a sexual peak at a different age than we are at a sexual peak. So we kind of get it as we get older. They get it when they're younger. And then you're at this point where it never meshes all the time. So one of the things I want to ask you, ladies, is how often is sex needed in a relationship? Ooh. Okay, and I'm going to give you some options here. A, once a week. Ooh. B, 2 to 3 times a week. C, once a day. Or D, multiple times per day.
For me, C is cool.
C, and C would be once a day, C?
That would be cool. But I mean, in the real world, considering I work and he works and, you know, we have all these other things, 3 to 5 days a week. 3 to 5 times a week. 3 to 5 times a week is actually like good for me.
Doable.
That's
right?
doable for
me.
Yeah, not a day. I'm sorry. Times a week though. That's doable. But a healthy C is cool. Mm-hmm. But you know, yeah.
What do you say, Mo?
You know I don't like asking. See, I ain't know how to talk. You know I do not like talking about sex.
That's like my favorite topic.
Oh,
yeah, that's what you
Cancer.
started it off.
That juggling.
In a healthy relationship.
Because see, it's different for different people.
That's why I'm asking you, Mo.
I say whenever the force hit you.
Okay.
I'm not a type of person that specifies dates. You know, I tend to gravitate towards men that I am sexually attracted to when I see them. You know, so it could be on at any moment, at any time, any place, anywhere. If I was to go with one, I wouldn't go with multiple times, because that means somebody don't have a job. So we're not making no money if we can do it multiple times a day.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
A day.
People work 8, 10, 12 hours a day. People got to sleep too.
Yeah.
Unless you're talking about quickies. And yeah, this is personal. I don't do quickies. I need the whole.
Old. Yeah.
I need the whole shebang. And once a week, they're going to be looking for somebody else. But it depends on your sex drive.
Some people,
It depends on your sex drive. So I can't answer for general people. For me, I don't have a specific time or how many times should it be done. If I'm in there cooking and
and the
whatever,
moment is right.
Okay.
Something
Back
get
that
burnt.
thing up.
Right behind
Something
that
get
neck.
burnt. I'm gonna have to simmer, put it on simmer. So yeah, I think it depends on different people and their situations. Because here's the thing. Some people are nymphomaniacs. Some people want sex every day. Some people only
want it multiple times a day. That's
so they need it. And then
Yeah.
your partner might just think a hug is okay. I think that's something that you have to discuss early on in your relationship.
But things change. Remember how I was saying, these are long-term relationships we're talking about, and maybe you're into year 7, 8, and things start changing. The chemistry changes
or
between
kids.
Yeah, or exactly.
Because
that can sometimes.
Yeah, because I've had conversations with men who they go from like being intimate all the time, and then the kids come into play, and now they may have it once a month. And be begging me to talk them off the cheating ledge, and I'd be like, "Don't do it. Just try. Don't do it." But she's now not into it because she's solely into the kids, or the kids is sleeping in the bed with her now, so he got to go sleep on the couch, and you know what I mean. Like sometimes that changes it too, and women lose that drive. They're no longer, you know, it. Oof.
And what about if your mate has some type of medical issue and you're now in a sexless relationship? What are some things that you could do that are still bring about some spice and keep things interesting?
Oh, Lord.
Mona?
Good job.
I love that
Get
look
the
you give
Gemini.
me.
Get the Gemini.
What are some other things?
Come on, analytical. Come on.
There are all kinds of things that you can do sexually. See, we back on that.
And it don't even have to be sexually. It may be something else.
Here's the thing for me. If I had a active sexual relationship with my man for many years and something happened to him medically, I'm not going to stray or cheat because he can't perform. You know, damn, how much dick do you need in your lifetime? You know, he was good or whatever. Look at Adrianne. Adrianne, you. I mean, come on now.
kidding.
That's being selfish.
To be continued.
That's being selfish. Like I said, that we need to work those things out.
Selfish.
When you say, Neisha, you messing me up. When you say things happen, what do you mean things happen? In the 7th year, what happens?
No, at first I was
Things change. You said things change.
Yeah, things
What
change.
changes?
Maybe like Neisha was mentioning, maybe the kids are getting older. You're more involved in their sports and extracurricular activities that keep you where you're not. You just don't have the time. Maybe your schedule has changed. Maybe he has a job where he's now a truck driver and he's out of the state and he's only home maybe once or twice a week. Or relationship situations change. Yeah. Or she may be going through menopause.
Yeah.
Some hormonal issue. There's all kind of things that change. What are we doing now to keep these relationships spicy and healthy and interesting? Because so many.
So you're saying before they weren't interesting?
They were, but now for some people who intimacy is really like really important, like one of the top 5 things in their relationship. If that falls off, what are we doing now to make up for that big gap?
Okay, here's my thing. You should not be in a relationship with somebody that you are not sexually compatible with in the first damn place. Second of all, my hashtag is let's play grown up, shall we? Exactly. If something is not happening for you, you need to open your goddamn mouth and say it. There's so many things that can be fixed by talking. There's a lot of people that, okay, they want their women to be more aggressive. Then you need to open your mouth. I need it more times a week. You need to open your mouth. Everything is about opening your mouth. And here's the thing. If I feel like my man is not giving me enough, and you said things change. He has more hours. He's on the road. He's exhausted. How selfish is that of me to want that? Make sure the next time that you have that encounter is pleasurable, that it can last you. There's so many things that you can do when you're not selfish and only thinking about yourself. Initiate it. Turn it, make it a back rub. Put some lotion on his back, and when he get out the shower, lotion him down. Do things that I just can't believe that people have sexual hang-ups with people that they have been with in long-term relationships. Grow up, talk, work it out.
So I can agree with you on that, but I'm going to go back to what I said as far as I've had discussions with men who say they go from the relationship being intimate to where there's no sex at all. And they do speak on it. They speak on it. Like, babe, I'm horny. Like, babe, I need, like, give me some. And she's like, I'm just... Or she solely focuses on the kids. Like, I have a friend that has not slept in the bed with his woman since they had their second child. He sleeps on the couch because she lets the kids sleep in the bed with her. And when he talks to her about it, she just gives an excuse, like just an excuse. Now, granted, before the kids, they was getting it often. They were traveling more. They were doing things as a family. You know, the intimacy was there in addition to working and everything else. After the second kid, hardly nothing. But if he cheats, he would be the bad guy, right? Because he's asking his wife, and she's not fulfilling her duty as a wife to make sure that he's satisfied. So what do we tell him? Like,
first of all, who in the hell am I to allow somebody that I say I love to sleep on the couch? Ain't nobody in my house sleeping on no couch. I don't give a damn if we mad at each other or not. This and that penis is not mad at each other. We're going to get together in that bed. If I happen to put my foot on you, pause the fight because it's about to go down. And when we get finished or during this sexual encounter, I hate you too. And after it, then we can go back to hating each other. So I think it's very immature that we play these little stupid games. I can't be mad at the old boy if he go out and cheat. Mm-hmm. If he expresses to me that I am not happy, I am not satisfied, because we tend to think that people's well-being should be sacrificed or be overlooked.
Right.
Hey, check this out, homeboy. I ain't getting none. I'm going to give you 24 hours. If it don't go down, I will be out there trying to find something. And it is what it is. Be an adult. Mm-hmm. Want to please. I can't stay. See, people stay in relationships too long and they just unhappy. Mm-hmm. To express your unhappiness, see if it can be resolved. If it can't, move on. Life is too short. It's somebody out there that want to have sex every day with you or want to please you in the way that you want to be pleased. But we cannot be selfish, and we have to be understanding. Mm-hmm. And the only way that we can be understanding is we have to have those conversations. Well, how can you just put the head in a little bit? How can we do a little something and take it to the next level? We sit and we stew and we call somebody and he ain't giving me none, but we never talk to our mate. Mm-hmm. Sometimes some things, like I say, can be worked out. Mm-hmm. He might have been thinking you didn't find him any attractive anymore. So he might have touched you one night in your sleep and you wasn't aware of it and you shook him off and that hurt his feelings and he never tried again, and vice versa. You know, I did have an ex. He was a big old tall glass of water. He was about 6'5". And when we would come home, I'd jump on him. I'd jump on his lap and he was like, "It's too hot. You girl, it's 100 degrees and blah, blah, blah." So I was like, oh, okay. So I never did it again. Mm. But because I did it so much every day in the past, it dawned on him, oh, Mona's not jumping on my lap every day. So then he's like, what's wrong with you? You don't like sleep no more. You should sleep on my lap for you to push me off. So then once I said, okay, I'm going to give him another, my strike two. I started sitting on his lap again, and he was like, you like sitting on my lap, huh? And I said, yeah, I like sitting on your lap. I like being intimate with you. And then he understood. Yes. Sometimes we have to compromise things that we don't think is important to our mates. Mm-hmm. It's little things that they might need, and we think, oh, that's so silly. Mm-hmm. I shouldn't have to do that. Right. And we have to do that. We get with people, or we say we're lonely and we want to find somebody, and then when we get somebody, we neglect them. Mm-hmm. Or we get some type of pride, or we got to wait on each other. I'm cutting up. Right? Yeah. You might be like, sit down, Mona. Come on now. Because we're supposed to keep that spontaneity. We're supposed to keep that fun with each other. I'm not trying to grow old with a man. I'm trying to grow young with a man. That's right. Let's do some damn things. We got a backyard. Let's act like Adam and Eve and run around the backyard naked and stuff. Let's do what we can do as adults that we wish or we were thinking that we wanted to do when we got to being adults. Yeah. We get with people and we get so stuffy and so virgin like, Bitch, you done had about 15, 20 dicks around here, and now you want to act like he the first one. Come on, man. Come on.
I know for me that for my love language, physical touch is like top for me. So, I'm into the intimacy. I'm into like we can just hold each other. We could just hug. Long as we're touching, I'm cool. But I'm also realistic. Like if we started off being very sexual around each other and then it stops,
falls off,
you know what I'm saying? Like that's a problem. And I agree. We should speak about it and communicate with each other. I just think that we have to have that be open and honest with each other, because again, there are some the other situation that I run across when I have these discussions is there are some women that like the opposite of what you said, because you was like, we could be mad at each other, but the dick and pussy not gonna get mad at each other. But there are some women that when they get mad, they be like, you not getting no pussy. And they will go weeks without giving him no pussy.
Who you hurting?
Exactly.
Yeah, but she hurting herself.
That's
because when he go,
immature.
she hurting herself because when he go out there and get it from somebody else, then she mad.
That's so immature.
You know what I'm saying?
Who you
And so
hurting?
it's like we have to be realistic. Like I don't encourage it. I'm telling you, women that are in relationships, one, you don't want to be in the single world because this shit is a fucking joke. Two, you better stop holding out and withholding because there are women out there that's waiting to take your spot. Portia. Three, open up and have a conversation. Be open to trying shit too. Like for me, when you said, what would you do to spice it up? I'm submissive. That's one. And then two, shit, if he can't do it, if he can't get it up, if he can't get erect no more, let's say it's a health issue, there are toys. There are other things that we could do to like make it work, to try to figure some shit out. But don't do that like just, no, we're not going to talk about it mode. Or we just going to ignore it and just now live a dull life. Like we not doing that.
Right.
Sorry, I can't. We're not doing that for me.
I just think it's so important that in all your ships, you nurture them. Your friendships, your relationships, all of those need to be nurtured. And I think communication, we talk about that all the time, is key. Make sure your needs are met. You tell your mate what you want, and he should be able to tell you what he wants. And you guys should meet in a place where everybody's needs are being met so that, nobody goes unfulfilled.
Right.
So I think date nights, I think spontaneous little drives and pulling over at the rest area and getting it in the car and all these freaky things that kind of add a little spice to the relationship. Oh, y'all always look at me crazy.
No, you want it. I'm right there with you. I'm like, okay.
Yep. Mo giving me that side eye like, you old freak.
I'm
just saying, I think it's so important to keep the spice up. It makes for a very healthy relationship. Because at the end of the day, you and your spouse or your significant other, you guys should be building on friendship also.
Definitely.
But and I think that's how like when you brought up love language, it's so important to know your mate's love language. What gets them, what makes them happy, and to make sure you do that.
Absolutely, because here's the thing: some men's love language is paying bills.
Yes.
Some men's love language is mowing the lawn and getting the cars washed on the weekend. So you have to definitely learn a man's love language to see if it's compatible with your love language. If sex is the determining factor of you breaking up with your man, you really didn't have too much of a relationship in the first place.
True.
It may not be the determinant factor, but it could aid into the demise of the relationship.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying if you ain't getting none, you ain't getting none, because sometimes we fall asleep in each other's arms just talking, and that'll be a beautiful night.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's what I'm saying. If you just a little horny dog all day long,
Right.
That's what's that boy named Flocka?
Waka
Flocka, Tammy, she be like, man, get off me, yo. She's always, boy, this everything.
Yeah.
Everything he does leads towards sex.
Yeah.
So if that's not her love language,
That's a bad
it
thing,
can be annoying. You have to, like Adrianne said, learn somebody's love language. See if it's suitable for yours. See if it's enough for you.
Yeah.
Because if you need to be touched, and he just said, damn, baby, I love you, I took the trash out.
Yeah.
That's
And
not enough for you.
Right. And it's so much more more to intimacy than sex, than
Right.
laying down
Definitely.
intercourse. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
There's just sometimes you just want to be held.
Yes.
You just want to be your hair stroked,
Yep.
or you want to kiss on the neck or anything like that.
Or the
so it doesn't
forehead.
always have on the forehead.
Yes.
Exactly. It doesn't always have to be, especially like I use the scenario of someone having some type of medical issue. You know, yeah, there's enhancing drugs out there. You got Viagra.
You want to have some drugs.
You got a
Then you gonna have a heart attack, high blood pressure,
stroke.
Yeah.
Stroke with a hard
Shoot,
yourself.
we got your oxygen right here, babe. I'm gonna put it on you as soon as we done. So it's all good. So yeah, it's all kind of things to kind of keep it spicy. I just think it's important for your healthy relationship to keep that energy and that excitement to see one another. I think, you know, when he leaves and you guys hug and it's that routine that you give him a kiss or he gives you a kiss or he calls you at lunchtime every day, whatever. You have those little routines that mean so much.
Yeah, you got to keep it
So,
up. The same way you got him or
Yeah.
her is the same way you want to make sure you kind of do to maintain it.
Exactly.
Like, because when somebody falls off and you try to tell them you falling off and they still don't do nothing about it, that leaves room for a Portia to come on in, you know, or I can't even think of a guy that took somebody else's girl, but you know, that leaves room for other people to just slide in. Like, and I will agree before Miss Mona come for me and be like, it's not about the sex. It's not, but it's just that whatever you're doing to get that person in the beginning, you want to make sure that you are doing to keep that relationship going. You all right, baby? You need anything? You want me to cook your favorite meal?
Exactly.
Babe, you want to give me a back rub? Like, can we do that bathtub thing like we used to? Can we go on a vacation this weekend? Can we go to that spot that we used to go to before we had the kids? Like, you want to keep it up to keep it going, because when it gets boring, go ahead, Mona.
So here's my thing. And I really don't want to talk about it because I want to do something on this later, but I'm going to go ahead and say it now. When we are visually attractive, we are automatically sexually attractive. We have already licked you up and down and said you could get it and imagine in our minds the possibilities of how good the sex is going to be. Here's the thing, ladies, gentlemen, sex, well, not just sex. Relationships start off as a lie. You don't even know if you like this person. So you really don't know if you're going to be sexually compatible. So it takes time to turn this lie of a relationship into the truth. So when we meet each other, we're meeting each other's representatives. He plays sports. I hate sports, but I watch sports because I like him. She likes the cryberry tearjerker movies, and he can't stand that mess, but he watches it because he likes her. And eventually down the line, and sometimes people are more successful in maintaining their representative, but somewhere down the line, the lie turns into a truth. So in the beginning of your relationships, you're going at it with one another. Okay. But most of the time, he lives over here, you live over there. There's no complications. Then bills start kicking in. Life starts kicking in. And if you're that immature and selfish that you can't understand certain things, that's not the person for you. Once you find out what the truth is, I just wanted to see if I had it. Some men just want to see if they can put it down. Some women can see if they can get them sprung. And then, okay, I got you and bam. We don't really have to do it like that. So I'm saying intimacy is just not sex. I'm not saying that I am a sexless woman. Don't get it twisted. I don't tell my business, but a lot of relationships are being ruined or ended because of what happened in the beginning, like a crackhead that just took his first hit, and now he's addicted because he's trying to get back to that first high.
That's it.
Everything evolves. Sex, love, romance, and sometimes you don't ask. Just say, hey, check this out, baby. I got some water running in there. I need you to get your big old butt in there. I'm about to bring you some wine. It's about to go down.
Right.
Here's the thing. We have to learn, and I think I said this one time before. Your woman or your man comes home and they had a bad day, you don't know them well enough to bring them back.
I know, right?
Reel them back in.
Exactly.
You know, like I'll tell my dude, I'll be like, We ain't doing that. Oh, no, we don't have an attitude today. Oh, we're not going to start that mess. And then he'll start laughing, and we get back into the gig of being happy with one another. You need to have in you what it takes to bring your man back from that terrible, from that terrible day.
Yeah, absolutely.
And see, we don't want to do that as women. What about me? And I ain't going to be no punk, and I don't want to initiate something. That's your man.
Yeah.
You got with him to make him happy, not to make him sad. So they didn't piss him off today. Oh, you're not coming in my house messing up my attitude. I was having a good day. So what you need? You need something to drink? You need a blunt? What you need? I'm going to bring you some bath water. You need me to rub you down.
Exactly.
And you got about 30 minutes, homeboy, to shake that off, because we don't do that here.
Yeah.
This is our heaven. This is where we make magic happen from room to room.
Absolutely.
Whatever,
Absolutely.
Let's be adults.
And so many are not willing to do that. You know, that very thing. I hear it all the time. I ain't doing that.
Some
He want
people
to
are
walk around
selfish.
with an attitude. He can walk around with an attitude.
Yep.
Where I have always wanted to be that one. I want to be his peace. I want him to come home. If he's upset, I might not want to directly talk about what's going on, but he'll know that I'm doing these little things to, start a conversation or to just to make him feel better. A lot of that just does not go on these days.
Yeah.
People always talk about, I want to cater to my man, but that's part of that catering to them.
But do you think it's because they don't know how?
It could very well be.
Do you think it's because this is stuff that was never passed down or taught?
Or
Absolutely.
they never seen
Because
exactly.
they never saw it.
They never seen it.
They didn't see mama catering. They saw mama working 3 and 4 jobs.
True that.
They see no intimacy.
They see no
loving.
Right.
They see no hugging and kissing where the kids
And
be
you
like,
are what you see.
Right.
Yeah. You mimic what you see.
Yep.
We are like sponges as children. We learn that. We even, our coping skills, how we deal with different things. If it's yelling going on in the house, watch.
So
that
now
kid
they
is
think
gonna
they
be
yell. Yep.
That's how they yell. That's how we
Absolutely.
resolve issues, is yelling.
Absolutely.
So yeah, you're right. That's a good point. So
it's nothing to diffuse a man. You know what I'm saying? You just have to be willing to do it. He can come home and you can make a disco in the living room.
Yeah.
It's all types of things that you can do. I done lost my train of thought with my old ass because there was something else I wanted to say, but I'll remember it again. But yeah, we like I said, my 3-strike rule. If my man comes home and he comes in, he slams the door, pow.
you already know.
Damn, I was having a good day.
Here we go.
Now I got to get up and be like, hey, babe, how you
What
doing?
happened?
Yeah.
How was your day?
Okay, I'm going to sit back down. I'm going to come back again. So, sweetie, such and such about to come home. You want to come watch TV with me? No, I want to watch TV. Strike 2.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go back in there and mind my business. So, baby, you want me to cook your favorite dish or you need some cake? Strike 3, homie, you out.
Yeah.
Now, if you have that type of relationship, after strike 3, even if he does not know he's on a 3-strike rule, the man that loves you back is going to come back in that room and he's going to say something. Period.
Right.
Well, I really didn't appreciate when such and such and such and such and such. Oh, I'm sorry. And but once they see you, because you don't know what happened, but you're not going to make me have a bad day. You ain't going to make me suffer from low self-esteem. You're not going to ruin me. I'll give you 3 strikes. But most of the time, a man will come back because he didn't calm down a little bit. And she trying. She really don't know what's wrong with me. She just didn't be like, what you gonna roll your eyes and keep on watching TV. This fool crazy. He didn't come in there with an attitude. I'm not fooling with him today. I'm going to keep on watching this. He sees that you care.
Yeah.
That you see a change in him. And
Yes.
they'll calm their crazy butts down sometimes.
They will, yeah.
You know?
And it's all about how you know your man.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, you could, when you talk about your 3 strikes, you could get to the 2nd strike and you could see that he's still there. Okay, he needs a little time in his space. And you kind of leave him alone, and sure enough, he come back around, he come in there, hug you around the waist. Babe, I had a rough day. Let me tell you what happened. Sometimes it's just a matter of you knowing him.
Yeah.
Acknowledging that I see a change in you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And sometimes they just want you to do that.
Yeah.
You know? So relationships are work.
Yes.
It's a lot of work. It's
Yes.
a lot of, and not necessarily hard work, but nevertheless work. And it's like you have to be willing to pour in. You have to be able to sacrifice and compromise and all these little things. And you have to keep it spicy. So I think since that was the topic, is keeping it spicy, be willing to reach a little, do something a little different. Maybe surprise him and come home and you in your French maid outfit, or maybe he ain't that type of dude. Maybe he just want to. He wants you to, right. Okay. He wants you to just initiate something, just jump on him. And it doesn't even have to be that. Maybe it's his favorite meal, his favorite dessert, something his mother used to make. These are the things that when you are courting and you are dating, that you're getting to know about your man. And over the years, you know the things that he needs. And just making sure that you fulfill those.
True, because most of the time men are simple.
Really?
They are really simple.
Really?
It's women that we tend to be complicated because we be changing and shit. But most of the time men are simple. They say what they want. They put it out there. They tell you what they like and don't like. Yeah. It's on you to pay attention and take heed and do something with that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
okay, I got a story.
Okay.
So my little friend, he called me and he told me to go to YouTube. And it was a specific song he wanted me to hear, and he wanted me to listen to the lyrics. And so I listened to the lyrics, and I'm laughing, and he said, I'm going to call you back. So when he called me back, I said, that's a I Want Some Tonight song. That's a song that we used to do when we were little, our young ladies. If they played that song, could he get it?
Oh,
you mad as hell, but if he played that song, could he get it? So when he played that song, I was like, you ain't slick. And he started laughing. So just a song throughout the day.
Exactly.
It's all kind of things that you can do. We're so reserved with people that we say we love. It's compromise, it's collaboration, it's communication, and we need to remember those things. We love these people. Show them love.
Yeah. Send them a nasty text.
Yes.
Nasty stuff.
I mean, it don't have to be real nasty.
Yeah.
Medium nasty.
We're going to have to break down.
We got to break down
medium, and large nasty.
Yeah, or leave a little note in this little lunch pail.
To the people listening, if you want to know, please put it in the comment section with small, medium, and nasty. And Adrianne, be sure to go over it in her Q&A.
I will.
Oh, yeah, put a little thong in his coat jacket.
There you go.
He might be embarrassed. Depending on, he was like,
pull it out like,
oh shit. I'm a killer. That spices up a man's day. It's all kind of things. Yes, I got some tricks now.
Okay, I have to remember that one.
But yeah. It's all kind of things that you can do to de-escalate a bad mood. And sometimes they'll even reject you. And try not to get your feelings hurt. They'll come back. They'll come back.
Yeah.
They'll snap out of like, damn, I'm being like an asshole today. Yeah. She's really trying to do some things. Never be afraid to be a fool for your man. That's all I got to say.
What about you, Neisha, in closing?
In closing, spice it up. Keep it spicy. Don't ignore your partner. Communicate. Express what you need to make, to get things going. Be open. And I really do think it's a good idea to know your love languages and know your partner's love languages, because that gives you an idea of how to relate to that person. So if that person is really not a physical touch person, they're more of an affirmation person, that means that if he's having a bad day, you would know yourself, like, let me speak life into him, because that's what he's looking for. I appreciate you so much. Right. Thank you for taking the trash out even though you had a bad day. Thank you for what you do for the house, right? He'd rather hear that than just saying, give me a hug. So you got to know the different love languages so that you guys can relate. Try to keep it going. To me, I believe that how you started in the beginning, again, I do agree we evolve, but how you started it, what kept you guys going and loving and being into each other, even when you have disagreements, keep that going, because that's what keeps you guys, even as you grow older, that's part of what keeps you guys going, because eventually, from what I understand when I speak with my parents and other married people, if the sex goes out, sometimes it does, or you don't get it as much as you used to, at least you guys are still good enough to be friends to each other. So that means that you guys could talk to each other about any and everything. And who knows, if you become nesters, you can get to that point like, well, now the kids is gone. Can we try what I wanted to try before the kids was here? Can we do that swing that we talked about? you know, can we do that, you know, where you jump in the bed and da-da-da? Like, keep it open. Keep it, just be willing to compromise. Be open to your man. Be open to your woman. And just keep it going. Otherwise, there's going to be some people out here waiting in line to say,
snatch him up.
Is he available? I'll take him right this way.
Right.
That's it.
And I would just like to get our audience's participation. And if you have any ideas to spice up relationships or something that you've done, put it in our comments. We'd like to read that and maybe discuss it further or be able to just share it with each other. So that's it. BGP.
We out. Bye.
Bye.
Warning.